Okay, everyone. Everyone, happy August, first of all. Tiffany, I am going to show this on August 1st. So, everyone,
Okay.
happy August. Can you believe it's like going to be Christmas in about the next 5 minutes? These next 5 to 6 minutes go by really quick. And so, we're going to have fun tonight. So, everyone, welcome to a new segment that I'm just starting, and it's called the Pink Spotlight. And so each month I'm going to feature one of you, my amazing Mary Kay VIP customers. And I've asked my super fabulous, gorgeous friend, Tiffany Frederickson, to be my first pink spotlight. So, Tiffany, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And I know Tiffany. Let me pull up her name here so you can see. Okay. I met Tiffany at First Baptist Woodstock here in Georgia. How long ago was it that our husbands both used to teach? Was it middle school or high school Sunday school?
Middle.
Middle school.
Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, well, we moved to Atlanta 15 years ago.
Okay.
Was when we moved. I don't know when they started teaching, but it was around that time. We had
Okay.
the tornado and lost the house and relocated to Atlanta about 15 years ago. Yeah.
And you moved to Atlanta from Tennessee?
From Tennessee.
From
Yes.
Tennessee. Okay. Okay. So at some point, my husband Bruce, her husband Jim, hooked up at the church. They became like middle school Sunday school class. Remember, all the kids were saying, "We want Mr. Jim and Mr. Bruce to be our teachers," because they were so much fun, you know. And
Bruce
then
is
a
a
couple times, right? And then a couple times they made shrimp runs down to Florida.
shrimp runs, vegetable runs.
Vegetable runs. Yeah. Yeah. They're like the entrepreneurs. And they did all that fun stuff. And then when was it, Tiffany, that you and the family moved back to Tennessee?
We moved back 8 years ago now, I believe. I
Okay.
think it's been 8 years.
Did you move back to the same area you moved from?
Same place. We're about 50 feet from where the tornado took our house. We're in a new house.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Funny
Yeah.
how not everything kind of works full circle, you
We
know?
rebuilt. We were living next door to his parents. Jim grew up here in Selmer,
Okay.
and we were living next door. And while we were in Mongolia, the tornado took our house here,
Wow.
and we relocated down to Atlanta.
Okay.
After that, it was a failed adopt. We were trying to adopt a little girl out of Mongolia, and
Okay.
after that, we relocated to Atlanta for a season, and then
Mhm.
moved back. After we adopted two boys out of foster care, Justin and Jordan,
Yes.
we took the boys and moved back to Tennessee so we could be closer to Jim's parents,
Okay.
and we rebuilt a new home.
A
New home.
gorgeous home. It's
Thank
out in
you.
the middle of nowhere in the gorgeous woods. What's the dog's name? I forgot his name.
River, and my dog's Daisy, but she is camera shy. She thinks the camera steals her soul, so she will not take a good picture. she does not take good pictures, but River is the famous one.
And now River, which is Jim's dog, is like Mr. TikTok. He's on Instagram too, isn't he?
She's got her own TikTok channel and is on Instagram, and
Hilarious.
yeah.
Bruce shows me the TikToks when he comes home every day of River. I'm like, you know what? That's incredible. I love it. With Jim's voice, it's like the perfect match.
Yeah, he has a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people enjoy it, so it's good, clean fun. So
Are you getting like does he or it's a she, right? River's a she.
Yeah.
Right. Does
Yeah.
she get a lot of views?
Jim has told me the number, and I have forgotten how many followers. She's got a dumb number of followers. I'm not going to quote a number because I don't know, but it's silly number of followers for a puppy.
How is that? River, you're famous. River.
She is famous. She's got a lot of followers, and then a lot of cross connect and all of that. So it's fun.
How fun is that?
Yeah. They were at a restaurant having dinner, and they were talking about the TikTok River, the talking dog, and she's like, I saw that on TikTok. I don't know if that dog really talks. Do you? And he's like, that's my. So it was
like, listen to my voice. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah. So it was really funny, but it was coincidence that our waitress in Nashville, not where we live, but happened to watch the dog videos. So
because that's like on the whole opposite end of the state. From
Yeah,
where
we're
Natchez
on
and Roadside.
east side, closer to Memphis is where we're
Right,
at.
right,
Yeah.
right. I love it. You know what? Maybe one day I can come up there and get River to give me her autograph.
Paw print.
I know, right?
Nails.
I know, like her paw print. Well, anyway, so that's a little bit about Tiffany and her amazing husband Jim, and we're gonna like I'm gonna let Tiffany plug their amazing new business adventure in just a minute. But I want all of you to hear. It's Tiffany. How long? Trying to think. How long ago was it that we kind of connected, and you slowly started buying some of your favorite Mary Kay products from me? It was like the first of the year. Was it last year too?
I think it was last year too.
Yeah.
It's been at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you saw me, like, I invited you in my group. You saw me posting stuff and because we hadn't talked to each other since y'all moved back to Tennessee.
Right. Right.
And then we just kind of kept connecting or whatnot. And now Tiffany's got all these really fabulous Mary Kay products.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? Bring some of your favorites on and let's see what your favorites are. And let's talk about why you like them.
Well, I've never been a big makeup girl. I'm rather neutral in my makeup and all of that. I'm more natural kind of a look person. So I've never really explored a lot of makeup skincare options. Mm-hmm. So I've testing the waters with your products and have enjoyed everything I've sampled. And I've been able to try a lot of the different products and starting a better skincare regimen and focusing on that now.
Little steps. Yeah.
Little baby steps.
Yeah.
But I've been enjoying that. And I guess I brought some of the ones that I use. I could show them now.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Show us what you got over there.
My favorite is the new, what is this? This is the
okay, so that's the Skin Vigorate brush.
It's a little brush.
Yes.
Head doohickey thing. Yeah. And it helps clean all the pores. And I use this all the time. And it makes me feel so good after I clean it. Cause I feel like I'm getting everything clean more than just like using a washcloth and washing your face and just getting all of your face done for the day.
Right.
And I'm excited. I just got a new cleanser, this purifying cleanser thing. Yeah. And I'm very excited to try that out. Apparently this is to use with that brush. So I've been using some different cleansers with the brush head. So I'm excited to try this new one out.
Yeah. Hold that one back up to the screen a little closer. That's from the Naturally line. That's our all natural line that we launched about 3 years ago. I was telling Tiffany, there's a lot of women out there, Tiffany, that are very sensitive and can't really try anything because they'll react to it. So Mary Kay said, okay, we hear you. Give us some time. And it took them 5 years to develop that whole line. And we got this eco-friendly, it's some big fancy word. I can't even pronounce it. Stamped on that line, and it's the standards are so stringent we could only get it certified in France. Nowhere else on the planet had these eco certifications that line has. And so our dermatologists and scientists and doctors, which are on staff full-time at Mary Kay in Dallas, Texas at corporate, went through all these different ideas of what to put in these products. And there's no age fighting in any of those products. It's all just the real closest to its natural, purest source you can get. And there are other pieces that go with that cleanser. But I'm so excited that I sent that to you because you're really going to love it.
Yeah. And this nourishing oil looks like it's the Naturally 2.
Also. Yes, there's 2 moisturizers with the Naturally line. There's that one and a moisturizing stick, which is a beeswax based stick. I don't want to take that part of it because it's new, but it's got beeswax and you kind of put it on like this. To me, it almost kind of feels like you're putting on deodorant. I don't know. It's kind of strange to me, but a lot of people love this. They love the simplicity of it. They love that it feels so hydrating. But I use the nourishing oil, which is what you just held up. And I was telling Tiffany, you can put it on the ends of your hair. It's sweet almond oil, sesame seed oil, and olive oil. like 100% pure. Put it on the ends of your hair, all over your face as a moisturizer after your cleanser. I mix it with my moisturizer and my lifting serum. You can put it on your elbows, your heels, knees, wherever else. I mean, you can put it on your whole body if you want to. A lot of people do. A lot of people mix it with their toning lotion that goes on the whole body. So it's a multi-use product. And by far, that is my favorite product. And that's the one I sell out of all the time. So you're going to love that one. And what else you got?
My other favorite is the satin hands. That has been one of my favorites for years. And this pomegranate smell is awesome.
Oh yeah.
It is just so awesome. I got a set for my sister and she loves it too. And but the satin hands is a go-to, has been a go-to. I've loved that. Even before I met you, I had another friend who did Mary Kay, and I've always loved this. That's one thing I always have bought is the satin hands.
And did you know you can do that whole thing on your feet? You can do all 3 steps on your feet too.
Oh, well,
yeah. Like in the winter, you know how in the winter a lot of times your heels get kind of dry and cracked, like the bottom of your feet. You do all 3 of those steps in the winter as often as you need to, and it's a game changer for sure. So I love that you love the satin hand set too.
And I'm getting to try the satin lips. Jim brought these home with his trip to see you, and I'm excited to try these out. I have not had time. We've been trying to launch this website, and I've been cranking out the last few weeks. So I have to carve out some self-care time for me to try things he brought home. But I've been stretched, and we've been trying to get this website launched, so I haven't had a chance to try everything. But I'm very excited. I love the satin hands. So the satin lips is probably going to be my new best friend.
It will be for sure. Yeah. And every now and then, Mary Kay will come out with, every 3 months, Mary Kay launches brand new products. And back in the spring, of this year, we had a lip balm that goes with that satin lip set. And we had 3 different fragrances, like, a coconut one and a tropical one and a berry scented one. So you could use that with your satin lip set too, if you wanted to. But that's like a limited edition thing, and Mary Kay only makes so many of those. They don't make very many. I don't know when we're coming out with some more again, but usually like at least once a year, she comes out with something that can pair with that satin lip set.
I see.
Which is good, because some people, I love just the basic satin lip set, and you're going to love that lip balm especially. I call that the balm.com. I have it in my bathroom, my purse, my nightstand, in the car, in my beauty coat when I go do facials and parties. It goes with me everywhere.
Yeah, I struggle with dry lips. My lips get real chapped real easy.
Yeah. You're going to love it for sure.
I'm excited to try that.
Yeah. So. I love it. So you got some great stuff to get started with.
Yeah, no. I've got some different lipstick and lip liners and eyeliners, and I've tried like one of all of everything. And
then you said the other day you wanted it. Was it a neutral rose? Was that what you wanted
for the eyeshadow?
Wednesday?
The lipstick, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got to find a sample of that for you to send to you.
Yeah. The one color I have is probably an older shade. It's a raisinberry. I don't know if that's even a color still.
Oh yeah. That's the thing about Mary Kay, and it's all cosmetic companies. They discontinue products and they bring products back. And if they ever there's a really raisinberry and downtown brown have got to be the 2 most popular lip colors Mary Kay's ever had in their 60 years as a company, ever. A couple years ago, I'd say at least 5 years ago, they discontinued downtown brown and raisinberry, and everybody just flipped out. Oh my gosh, we don't want to try something new. No. Come to find out, the reason why Mary Kay discontinues a product is because they're very particular with ingredients that go in these products. I mean, they will travel the world. And if a vendor stops providing these ingredients, Mary Kay says, well, guess what? We're not going to make it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's different.
It should be, until they can find another vendor that has that same ingredient or better, or until that other vendor comes back around and says, okay, we've got these ingredients again. And that's what happened to Downtown Brown and Raisinberry. The vendors stopped getting these ingredients. And this, like I said, is before COVID. So they did bring back a Downtown Brown. They're telling us they're working on Raisinberry. But yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But the raisin berry is super popular. Yeah, a lot of people are still looking for that.
Yeah, mine's down to very little at bottom.
Yeah, well, there's some groups out there where you can get discontinued product because a lot of consultants have been around Mary Kay for 30, 40 years, and they stock up on stuff, and so you can get stuff. I mean, I can find it, but usually if it's like 5 years or older, it's just, you don't want to put that on your face or on your body or whatever, because it expires eventually.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so I'll get that other lipstick sample up there to you soon for sure. So yeah, Tiffany, definitely, she loves her Mary Kay, and I love that about you, Tiffany. All right, so the next thing, I wanted to give Tiffany a few minutes to talk about a brand new adventure that she and her husband have started, and I am going to be like their number one customer. I've got to go and order some like tonight as soon as we're done. Okay. And so it's called Thistle Creek Reserve Coffee Beyond the Cup. So Tiffany, share whatever you want to share about this amazing adventure that y'all have started.
Well, it kind of stems from when our son was first placed with us in foster care. He was wanting to earn some extra money. So we told him, okay, well, decide what you want to do. And he decided he wanted to learn how to roast coffee. I don't know why exactly, but he decided that's what he wanted to do. So we went on this adventure back when Jordan was 10 or 11, and he wanted to save up for a car. So we wanted to give him a focus. So we got some green beans from a missionary, and he tried when we helped him, but we tried all different ways of learning how to roast beans, and we did it on the stovetop. We had woks, and we would chafe the beans, and the shell would fly off. We go from wok to wok, and we had a old-fashioned popcorn popper that we jerry-rigged with this is Jim and Bruce would get this, but anyway, they jerry-rigged a drill with a power tool on top of the Jiffy Pop thing that had a spinner to rotate, so it constantly rotated the beans on the stovetop, and you didn't have to crank it by hand, but it just turned the beans in the pot, and it would smell up the house, and we would roast the beans. So we learned how to roast beans with Jordan back when we lived in Georgia. And so we learned all about different roasting beans. So anyway, fast forward, Jim has been talking about starting a business. What could we do? Something different, something fun. And he's like, well, why don't we sell coffee? Let's revisit that. And so anyway, we're actually not roasting the beans ourselves today. We have, but we have started this company. It's Thistle Creek Reserve Coffee Company, but it's thistlecreekreserve.com is the website.
Okay.
It is we're still getting beans in from different missionary kind of groups, and we have a roaster that's going to be doing the roasting for us because we don't have a roasting facility here at the house. So he'll be doing the roasting and the packaging. But we are excited, and we finally have got the website launched this week, Monday. So yay! The big hurdle is up, and hopefully all the kinks are mostly ironed out so that it will be a very good process for launch week. So I believe most of the kinks have been worked out of the website and connecting everything where it has to connect. And
that's a big deal, isn't it? That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And I'm very thankful for our web developer. He's done a great job on the website, and very happy with what he's been able to do for us for the website.
Right.
Is a fellow that I have worked with. I've done some volunteer work with him. He helps with church plants, doing websites, but also installing sound systems with church plants. And so I had been helping him with some brochures and logos and things for church plants. And that's how we connected with the web guy. But yeah, we have launched this week, and we've got coffee beans from Brazil and Guatemala and Papua New Guinea is where the beans are sourced from that we have today, starting today. We've launched with 3 different beans. And so very excited. We've tried them all here at the house, and they're a wonderful roast. And it's just, I'm very excited about it. So, and the focus, or our tagline, our focus is beyond the cup. Mm-hmm. And it's going beyond. Coffee is such an integral part. I mean, everybody, I've got a video for you posted that's going to drop tomorrow, and it's you meeting with your girlfriends over a cup of coffee and just talking about Mary Kay and talking about, that's, we look for coffee shops, we look for places to connect, and it's usually over a cup of coffee. Yeah. You're at the hospital. What do? You go grab a cup of coffee. It's just different things in life. And there's like this common thing of go get some coffee. And, but what we wanted to focus on was going beyond the cup, that there's so much more than just about a cup of coffee. It's about relationships. It's about relationships with others, and how you can invest in others, and how how and everybody has their own beyond the cup. You have how you invest in the girls who you have to Mary Kay. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their little bit beyond the cup. We help facilitate a recovery group here in town. That's kind of our beyond the cup here. Just personally, not company wise, but just us. I mean, Jim and I help facilitate a group on Thursdays. We meet on Thursdays, and there's different ones that come, that are struggling with different things. Right. And, but everybody has what's that important spot in their life. Mm-hmm. And what we want to do is try to, bring those stories together and create a community, around coffee, because coffee is community, and the community is what's important.
Yeah. I love that. Now, out of the 3 types of beans that you have, what is your favorite?
I like the Guatemalan.
Is that the one that Jim brought down when he came down, and he brought me a bag of decaf and Bruce a bag of regular? Is that what he brought?
I am not sure what he brought with him, to be honest with you. I think it might have been the Guatemalan, but I'm not positive. So I don't want to make, but I think it might've been the Guatemalan. There's one that has kind of a raspberry. Let me pull up so I don't tell you which one is.
Like a raspberry undertone, or whatever you want to call it.
The Brazil one, Brazil Legenda Especial. It has strawberry and raspberry creamy notes to it. It has like a strawberry kind of a flavor to it. It's just interesting. It's different. Yeah. But each one of them are very unique. The Papua New Guinea one kind of is orangey cinnamony. The Guatemalan is it's got some different fruit tones to it. And so it's different. So. Wow.
And all of those, do you offer regular and decaf?
We don't have a decaf at the moment on the website. I think there was some issues with the decaf getting that right now. So no, there is not a decaf on the website today. Okay. But you can get the whole bean, and the options that you have with the regular coffee. Mm-hmm. You can get it if you don't have a grinder and you don't want the whole bean. You can get a fine grind for like it depends on how you brew. Okay. If you brew with a French press, or if you want a medium grind for a regular drip coffee, you'll see the options for the grind style if you prefer a different grind for yourself. Right. But we're working on the decaf. So
you know me, I'm all about the Swiss water press decaf, because you know what? My parents always made coffee when I was little, and my brothers too, and they always drank it black. I think that back then he sweetened it with a little cream, which was really milk, and a little sugar, like maybe 1 cube. Now
Right.
everyone wants to put like that much sugar and that much creamer in their stuff. So about a
Right.
year ago, I gave up sugar and flour altogether. I don't do it anymore at all. And so I said, oh man, I can't drink this coffee black because I always loved the way it smelled brewing, but I couldn't stand the way it tasted just black. And so when Bruce and I got married, he would make coffee every now and then. I'm like, oh, that's just ugh, ugh. And he put a little bit of milk and sugar in. I'm like, no, 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 thank you. One day he said, just try it. And I did, and I was hooked. And now I'm like obsessed with it. But since I'm on this really great journey of eating better and taking care
Right.
of myself better, I started doing all this research and you go down the coffee bean rabbit hole. What's, the ones that I thought were really great that we've been drinking for years, the name brands like the Folgers and the Maxwell House and the Kroger brand are terrible for you.
Yeah.
They use chemicals to
And they mix stuff in. Yeah.
and there's mold in them and all this stuff. And I went, oh, great, we can't drink that anymore. So now I do even more research. Now it's got to be Swiss water press. I just like the decaf because I don't have to go to the ladies' room every 5 minutes like I have to do with regular caffeine, right? Because I'm 56 and that's just what happens when you get older.
Yeah.
So I just the smell. I can just walk past the store, Tiffany, and they're making coffee, and I go, "Oh, there's coffee." Like it just pulls you in.
You said you're not doing the white sugar.
No.
Try honey.
I have been mixing honey. Yes,
I've been putting honey in your coffee.
Yes. Local honey. Yeah.
Yeah. Jim
a
had
little bit of like non-dairy, sugar-free, half and half with honey, and I usually sometimes I'll mix maybe 1 or 2 packets of stevia to just get a little bit of sweet.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And I love it. Yeah.
Jim has switched. We've got a friend who had recommended to Jim to try putting honey in his coffee because he's been trying to lose some weight and, get rid of the white sugar. And he had enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce and I always love when we get the coffee bag home because even he doesn't buy any of that other stuff anymore. But when our favorite part is when we open the bag and you get that first aroma. Oh. And when Jim brought his over, because what our viewers don't know is like a couple weeks ago, Jim came down to Atlanta and went to different people's houses that y'all know. And to kind of kickstart the company and their website, they did these really fun interviews with us where he's asking us about coffee. And, I'm like chatty Cathy talking about Mary Kay, and Bruce talks for like 10 seconds. He goes, okay, I'm done. And he's out of there. It was pretty funny. He gets really clams up in front of the camera. But so Jim brought down a bag of decaf for me and regular for Bruce. And it was the decaf. I blew through it in a couple of days. And then I kept looking at Bruce's and it was caffeine. And I went, you know what? It's regular. I don't care. It smells so good. I'm going for it. And within a couple of days, I had drank all his too. Now he's like, where's my coffee?
I'm going on the website.
Waiting on the website. Okay. It's on the way. It's on the way. But and so you've got this great new campaign. You're on YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, check out. We're on Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter,
LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTube channel. So all of the videos are hosted on the YouTube channel. So you can go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you'll see Lori and Bruce and some other folks, and we've got them kind of. Jim's got a series of questions that he kind of interviews. So I've kind of got playlists for what's your favorite memory of family with coffee are going to be in one playlist. And then the next playlist will be like, where's your, what's your favorite brew or your brewing type, or, so that there'll be different playlists. So you can, when I get them all edited, and you can go through and look and just hear different stories of how different people have had it brewed. Yesterday, I posted one of Jim and some of his overseas experiences in Poland and Turkey. So that was an interesting little brew experience. But everything will be hosted on YouTube. But you can check out all the social media channels, and we'll have promo codes and just different fun things. And I think International Self-Care Day was yesterday or the day before.
Yesterday. Yeah, it was. I love how and literally every day of every year it's a something day. It's something this day, that day. And our oldest daughter Lauren in her office, in her little cubicle. Whatever day it is, she's got this, like the board, like where you put the letters on it, the name board, whatever you call it. Every day it's something different. People walk past her desk and go, "What day is it today, Lauren?" "Oh, it's this day. It's that day." So she's totally into that.
Well, we're doing celebrate everything with coffee, so you can see.
I love it. Listen, I'm right there first in line. I'm telling you, there's nothing better than coffee, and I would drink 8 cups a day if I thought I could get away with it. But it's an amazing thing that y'all are doing, and it's a lot like any adventure, business venture you're doing now. You have to cover. I mean, with my stuff too, we have to be everywhere, don't we? We've got to have all the social media. You got to cover everything. You got to spread the word. You got to tell people wherever you go. And it's like word of mouth still does a lot of great things for us, but you got to be all over social media because that's where everybody is.
Right.
Yeah. And y'all are doing a great job. Almost every day you're posting something great. I'm like, what's she posting today? And I love it. I love it. So I think you're off to an amazing start. I know God is going to just totally, I think he's already got his hand all over all of this.
He's definitely been opening doors. That's true. Yeah. He's definitely opening doors, and there's some exciting things in the pipeline. So.
Oh, yay. Awesome. So I'll post the links to everything in here in the Life with Laurie group. You guys go and support Jim and Tiffany's amazing company, and it's great coffee. They're amazing, godly people, and Bruce and I love them to pieces. And one day we're going to come up to Tennessee and hang out with you guys. I kept telling Bruce we need to go see them. He said, "Yeah, we do. We really do." So we'll come one day. We'll set it up and we'll come and hang out with them for a weekend or something, just to get away, because you just got to get away.
Well, and, we can fish off the front porch. So y'all.
And that means Bruce will never want to leave. He'll be like, "That's it. We're selling the house and everything we got. We're moving." Because, it's going to be another, 10 years till we retire, but we're kind of getting that itch of, we've been here in this house for 28 years. Our daughters were born and raised in this house. And so we're kind of getting that itch of, man, let's just go do something different. Let's sell everything and go get like an RV and just travel the nation. Some days we come home and look at each other and we go, "That's it. We're done. We're out of here. Let's go." And then other days we go, "No, we got to wait." I don't know. It's hard for me to think of really moving far away because I don't want to be that far away from our daughters.
Yeah.
And they're both married. They're all married, and none of them want kids as of right now. And I'm like, it's okay. That's your life. It's okay. I just don't want to be too super far away from them because, when Lauren, our oldest daughter, moved out like 10 years ago, this is her bedroom, by the way. I took it over. It's my office. She moved 4 miles down the street with her best friend from high school. They rented an apartment right out of high school after they graduated. I cried for like 6 months. Because I just, and now she's married, and now our other daughter's married. Now one lives out in Dallas, the other in Hiram, Dallas, Hiram. The other lives in Woodstock. So we're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's all good. We love it, and we love them, and we love you guys too. So thank you so much, Tiffany. Now, I'm going to feature Tiffany throughout the month. I'm going to have her take, I'm sending her some more products, and she's going to play around with some stuff. And Tiffany, you just take a picture holding up some stuff, and then we'll comment and we'll post it on there and kind of and I'm going to do that every month. So this is your month, and we're going to just plaster your name and your coffee company all over to get you some business and kind of love on you a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That sounds great. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us in the Pink Spotlight. We'll see you soon. Have a pink-tastic night. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.